Hello and welcome back to Hail to the Deadites. I'm back, and I actually have a significant amount of Evil Dead related things to share, so I'm very excited that this episode is going to be like more than one tiny little announcement in the Evil Dead stratosphere. I actually have a lot to talk about, which is very exciting. So I think first up, this is like the smallest of them all, but I think it was so cool. Today is September 2nd, and if you watched Evil Dead 2, you'll know the scene when Annie's mother is in the cellar and is recounting to Annie, like, proof that she is her mother. She says her birthday is September 2nd, 1962, so happy birthday to number one girl, Annie Noby. Had she not died at the end of Evil Dead 2, she would be 62 years old today. It's her champagne birthday. The last two numbers of her birth year is the year she is turning. So, happy birthday, Annie Noby. Everyone pour one out and play as her in a round of Evil Dead the game. So next up, I don't have the full details on this, I'm just going off a poster I saw on Twitter, but Evil Dead the Musical is coming to downtown Winston-Salem. It's going to run from October 19th to 29th. I'll have a link to that down in the description, as I'll have links to pretty much everything else I mentioned in this episode. So if you're in that area, you should totally go check it out. Next up, Walmart. I'm not sure if it's Walmart's like all around the world or just the ones in the US, but they have an exclusive slipcover version of Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray. It looks super awesome. If I happen to see this at my local Walmart, I will be purchasing it, even though I already have Evil Dead 2 on Blu-ray, and I don't even watch my Blu-rays. I tend to gravitate more towards just watching stuff off of streaming services, because I haven't set my Xbox that I use as a Blu-ray player up yet. So I should probably get around to doing that so I can actually use the disc versions of my physical media. After that, once again, I'm not sure which region this is specific to. I'm assuming this is probably the US, but it looks like Evil Dead Rise will be streaming on Netflix on September 21st, which is pretty cool. That's like 19 days away, so a little over 2.5 weeks, and then you can basically watch it like whenever you want, unless you own the DVD version of it. After that, we did get a little announcement about Evil Dead the game. It says, take a break from hammering away at your job and spend this Labor Day earning double XP and soul points with any game mode starting now till September 7th at 8 a.m. Eastern. It's September 2nd and it's 3:30 p.m. when I'm recording this, so it's still going on. So hopefully that brings a little bit of influx of players into the game. I definitely need to make some time to sit down and play it, because I haven't in a very long time. So yeah, double points, double XP, and double soul points. Till next Thursday, so basically for a whole week. So lots of opportunity to go and play. After that, I saw this on one of the Evil Dead like Facebook fan groups. So someone has scanned all of the Necronomicon pages from the limited edition Evil Dead DVDs that come with like the Necronomicon. I'll have a link to that down in the description. It looks super cool. I am definitely going to buy it, and it says I can use it for non-commercial use. So maybe we'll do a video going through all the pages. I think that'd be fun. It's one for like Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. So maybe that's something you'll see here soon. Another Evil Dead the Game thing, I saw this on the Evil Dead the Game Reddit this morning when I was looking for stuff to talk about in this video. Someone found the art that would go along with the Kelly and Ash mission that was cut out of the game. Remember a while ago when they gave us the last missions? They were like weird and small, and they basically just gave us the last 2 audio tapes instead of having to need like to complete missions to get them. Anyways, I don't know how long ago these were discovered, but this is the art that would go along with it. The mission was going to be called Adios Eligos, Time to Exercise, and this kind of looks like it's based off the episode of Ash vs. Evil Dead where Kelly gets possessed by Eligos. It seems like you would play as Ash and rescue Kelly. Sort of the last sentence on this post said, the last interesting point found in the game files is heavy weapons. One bonus applies to a whole class of heavy weapons, including a flamethrower, a harpoon gun, and a minigun. Models of these weapons exist in the game files. See, that's something cool, but I just wish it was in the game. Like, this mission looks fun. I need to say right now, I tried to play the first mission, could not get past it, haven't touched them since. I really, really need to finish those missions, even though I did a whole video listening to the tapes already, so there's not really any sort of instant gratification. This is more of a completionist thing, but I really, really need to finish those missions. So spoilers if you're attending Halloween Horror Nights this year, more specifically in Hollywood. As you know, there's going to be an Evil Dead Rise haunted house this year. And though that Horror Nights doesn't open till September 4th, they did a lights on walkthrough yesterday of the exhibit. And at the Calibay on Twitter posted some pictures. So I thought we would go through them and sort of look to see what's to come from this exhibit. And I don't know, seeing it with the lights on is really cool, because I know that if there's videos in the dark, like, people will be sort of running through and scared and stuff, and maybe details won't pick up as good. But let's take a peek through these. So the first pictures I have up here are of the elevator at the end of the hall, and you can see Ellie hanging from there. Her Birkenstocks are down on the floor of the elevator. She's just hanging there. I imagine this is some sort of animatronic that will drop down and freak out or whatever. It doesn't look like the cords are wrapped around her ankles, and I know that's where they're wrapped around in the movie, and then it like contorts her into whatever. It's also interesting she has long pants on, because I know in the movie she has shorts on. Maybe the shorts were flashing the animatronics' private areas or something, and they just didn't want to have that be an issue. Or maybe it's not supposed to be Ellie. I'm not sure. But this looks really cool. Excited to see what it would look like in motion, because these are all pictures, none of them are videos. So unfortunately, I don't know how any of these things like move or whatever, but fingers crossed once the park stuff opens, someone will take a really good video of a walkthrough and I'll react to it. So next up, we've got Ellie in the bathtub, and this actually looks really good. They did a really good job replicating the bathtub from the movie. And I mean, Ellie looks good for probably just an animatronic. Like, the eyes are super, super realistic. Looks really, really good. A lot more bloody than she is at this point in the movie, but I'm gonna let them take their creative liberties with this type of thing. But anyways, it looks super, super good. Moving on, we've got Danny's bedroom. I'm assuming because of the records and stuff. Now, I know above his bed in the movie there's a Shemps. Now, I know above his bed in the movie there's a Three Stooges poster, which is a callback to Sam Raimi, but they have replaced it with like a monkey eyes covering emoji type. Well, they're not emojis, they're real monkeys. It's a monkey no hear, monkey no see, monkey no talk. I don't know what the actual title for that thing is. But anyways, I think they did a good job recreating Danny's bedroom, probably on a much smaller level with maybe less detail put into it, but the DJ table that they did is really good. They've got the Necronomicon open there. I imagine they'll probably be playing the incantations off of the record during the exhibit, and it'll probably be like an auditory jump scare. They've got a desk and it looks sort of weathered, and there's like an old biology book and stickers on the desk, which is just like very real feeling, and it's not just like a put together cluttered desk. It looks really cool. Then we've got another corner of the room. I said before, like, it isn't an exact replica, but I think they did a good job. Like, if you walked in this room, you would know sort of the type of person who would be in this bedroom and like their stuff or whatever. I think it looks really cool for a sort of haunted house thing, because obviously the lights aren't going to be on during this. The lights will be off or they'll be strobing or whatever. So you're not going to have time to sit and look at all the details, which is why I think that these lights on walkthroughs are a really good idea. So next up, we've got a shot of the kitchen. And once again, I think they did a really good job replicating it from the movie. I can see the thing of eggs on the counter, and we all know what Ellie does with those eggs. They do, however, have one of Bridget's protest posters on the kitchen table, which is a nice little reference, because that's her whole character introduction at the beginning, is being like, where's my black shirt for the protest tomorrow? So cool reference, cool callback. And then they've got the fridge here. I don't think we get a good look at the fridge in the movie. They have a couple things taped down. I imagine those are maybe magnets they're trying to hold in place so that people aren't like snatching them during the movie. There's also stickers all over the fridge, which is a very like, that's a, like when I was a kid, one time I just took a sticker book and I put stickers all over the inside of one of our car windows and they never came off. And I am imagining that that's the exact same thing that's going to happen with these fridge. These smiley face stickers are just going to stay all over it. Cassie probably put them there. It's really, really cute though. And they've got the pizza menu on the fridge. However, it's not Henrietta's Pizza like it is in the movie. It's Savinello's Authentic Italian Pizzeria. So maybe there was some struggle in trying to use Henrietta's name and likeness, which is weird. I don't know. So after that, we've got some shots of the living room. We've got like the basket of laundry of Ellie's, all the candles on the table. I think this does look a little different than the apartment in the movie. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't rewatched Evil Dead Rise lately, but it does feel different than what it looks like in the movie itself. But they've got a lot of like deer horns on the wall, which I don't remember. Lots of little statues. I'm not sure what the point of this corner is, because this doesn't, I don't know. This is like the only thing that I'm a little on. After that, I think this is out in the hallway. We've got one of the neighbors. This is a mannequin with no arms. They did a good job with the hallway, I think those are the colors of it. And then the elevator, obviously. And then I think this is down in the parking garage. They have a replica of the Marauder. So I imagine this will probably like jump out at you and stuff. They did a really good job on it. Yeah, like with Bridget's burnt head and stuff and Ellie's face. They got Alyssa Sutherland's face so well. They must have like live casted her or whatever, because they did such a good job replicating like every single detail of her face. And then there's some more close-up shots of the Marauder, because obviously I imagine this is like the biggest piece. Maybe I imagine this is probably the biggest scare. You see it in another spot, so I imagine it's probably going to jump out somewhere else as well, which is kind of cool. And that's it for the Halloween Horror Nights photos so far. Obviously, once the exhibit, I keep calling it an exhibit, but it's a haunted house. Once the haunted house opens and there's a lot more photos and videos, I'll do a whole video of like all the stuff I can find on it. Cause I'm kind of getting really into Halloween Horror Nights this year, despite living millions of miles away from both of them and not having a passport or the money to go to them. So a couple months back, I did a video on some Evil Dead items that were up for auction, and I was scrolling through the Evil Dead Reddit today, and it looks like there's some more stuff from Ash vs. Evil Dead that's like Kelly-specific things that are up for auction right now, so I thought we would go through these. So the first one is Ash vs. Evil Dead, Kelly Maxwell, Dana De Lorenzo, screen-worn jacket, shirt, necklace, and bracelet, leather jacket with like an anchor on the back, a Sea of Dreams shirt, and then a necklace with a little anchor. I saw this post on Reddit and people were saying that there is like so much nauticalness tied into her outfit that I just literally never noticed before. Also, it says here, step into the thrilling world of Ash vs. Evil Dead with this exclusive wardrobe lot featuring the very components worn by the feisty Kelly Maxwell, portrayed by the talented Dana De Lorenzo. Relive the heart-pounding moments as Kelly wore the components from this lot for the Season 3 promotional artwork on the DVD and throughout Season 3, including when she accompanies Ash's daughter Brandy to the unforgettable school dance in episode 307 of the hit TV series. That was Season 3, episode 7 she would have worn this in, and then the DVD cover. So moving on, we've got Kelly's name tag. It looks like this one was already sold. It says winning bid, so I think this one is over. But it's still really cool. It's her value stop. What's the name? Name tag. Yeah, I literally just said it and I forgot what it was called. But it says, this uniquely rare item was worn by the character of Kelly Maxwell while she, Pablo, and Ash first worked together as trainees in episode 1 of popular TV series Ash vs. Evil Dead. The screen-used item still has the tape and residue on it, specifically as the one she actually wore. And then they guarantee that Dana wore everything you've seen so far. So this is cool. This is something I totally would have bid on if it hadn't already been bidded on. So next up, and this is also another item that has already been bidded on and won, a bracelet that Kelly wears in Season 2, Episode 5, and in Season 2, Episode 6, when the townfolk are trying to come after Ash and she fires bullets at the crowd. This bracelet says, come get some. I love that. I love that she's wearing a bracelet that has one of the most iconic lines from the Evil Dead franchise on it. I think that's really cool. Congratulations to whoever won this auction. So next up, we've got another outfit set. So this is a bustier, jeans, bracelet, 3 rings, and a necklace. So it's like a corsety type tank top thing, jeans, and then a, once again, very nautical necklace. Yeah, there's like an anchor pendant on the necklace. It says Quixote, and then there's an anchor charm, and then like a sea captain's wheel thing. And then there's some rings, like an O and 2 X's and a U. And then a bracelet that says, fuck this shit. Discover the thrilling world of Ash vs. Evil Dead with this exclusive wardrobe lot featuring components worn by Dana DeLorenzo in her iconic role as Kelly Maxwell during seasons 2 and 3. All of these items were worn together in season 2, episode 9 and episode 10, which were like the season 2 finales. Specifically, the black bustier was also worn in season 3, episode 8 and 9, and in the series finale in episode 10. So if you got this, you will have the top that Kelly wore in the series finale. Pretty cool that she rewears the stuff, because obviously she wouldn't have like an ever-changing wardrobe being on the road with Ash. So next up, we've got another nautical thing, and it's a ship pin that she wore in season 1. It says it's on a black backpack that she wears. I don't remember her having a backpack anywhere. Someone's already won this auction, but it's a little boat pin. It's cool. Good job. So next up, we've got a sweatshirt and some rings. This is the sweater from the dinner scene in season 1 with Kelly's mom that's a Deadite and her dad and stuff. And then where Ash is trying to prove that her mom's a Deadite, and then when Kelly is almost killed by her mother. And then the rings were also worn in season 1, episode 2, 3, and 4. The sweater's really cool, actually. I love like the sort of homemade distressness to it, like it's cropped and stuff, and like the neckline's cut, and then the rings spell out the word here. Yeah, this is like, that sweater's really cool. I wish I had that. Next up, we've got a Kelly Maxwell production used personal prop blood spattered script. This is a prop blood spattered and watermarked pink script containing her handwritten notes from episode 6 of season 1 as Kelly Maxwell. This is the episode where Kelly kills her first Deadite with the deli slicer. I wonder if the blood spatter on it was intentional or just if she got blood on her costume, if it came off on her script. But this is something that's really cool, especially if Dana wrote notes in it or whatever. That'd be so cool to like tap into the mind of the person that was playing Kelly, if you're like an actor or whatever, just a really big fan. Then we've got another one of Kelly's jackets. This one was worn for most of season 3. It says from episodes 1 to episode 6 of season 3. Very cool. It looks like this hasn't been bid on yet, which is crazy because this is like a pretty iconic piece, I would say, if she wore this for like the majority of season 3. Then we've got another bracelet. This one says, "Don't you fuck with me." She wears this in season 2, episode 3, while taking Ruby outside of the party Ash throws as the team tries to figure out how to get Ash's car back. Very cool. I like all the little details they put into the bracelets and stuff, because obviously we're not going to see the details of the bracelet in like full body shots. So it's just cool to like get insight into the costumes through these auctions and stuff. So the last thing that's up for this auction that's been won, I guess, is another production used script. This is for season 1, episode 1. So this one is like the premiere of the show, and it's written by Sam and Ivan Raimi. So pretty cool script to have. It says, "This is a rare opportunity to own her only personal second draft blue revision version of the script from the pilot episode." So like very, very cool. Once again, would love to see if there were any notes written in it or any sort of like character direction that we wouldn't know just by watching it or whatever. And especially where Sam wrote it, it's probably quite special, because I think this is one of the only episodes he wrote for the show. Which is cool because it's sort of like the passing of the torch onto the writers of the rest of the series. So with that is all that I have to cover today. Very happy this video is going to be more than 10 minutes long. It's been a while since there's been a long video on here, simply because there just wasn't enough to talk about to make a long video. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will definitely be back in a couple days, hopefully with some videos of the Evil Dead Rise Haunted House walkthrough to react to and share with you guys. Let me know down in the comments like what your favorite part of the Evil Dead Haunted House pictures I showed you, or like if there's an item in this like Kelly lot that you're interested in that you would buy, or just anything really. I don't know. There's so many gaps between the videos now that I just have to ask like very general questions, because it's not sort of like I'm doing like a once a week video type thing anymore. So I don't know. I just like to know what you guys are up to and what you thought of the video and the stuff I talk about. So just feel free to say whatever, and then like and subscribe. We're almost at 500 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. So if you could help us get up over that number, that'd be really, really cool. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Stay groovy.